I love Bible games. I'm not a Christian, but something about these amateurish, clumsy, unintentionally hilarious games spark joy in me. They're charming. You can see the people who made them tried their best. You know, there's a difference between these kinds of games and the ones that are bad because the creators didn't care and were pulling a scam. For Christian game developers, the genuine idea was to provide some wholesome, family-friendly entertainment with a good message. To counter the status quo of video games that were seen as full of violence and cruelty, they wanted to offer something different. Games don't have to be about shooting everything that moves, they can be about learning Bible verses. Christian games are often made by a small team, sometimes only by one person. They might have no prior experience, no idea how competent video games are made, and not even a well-developed artistic vision. But that doesn't matter, they still pull through, because what they do have is passion and faith. It doesn't matter if the graphics look ugly, if the gameplay is unbearable, or if the story is nonsensical, barely resembling the Bible story used as inspiration. It's the thought that counts. The right people will see through the layers of crappiness and find some value hidden within, ironical or not. Truly inspiring to anyone who's a creator. There's not a huge catalogue of Christian games to choose from. It's a niche genre, especially if we want to look back to the 90s and 2000s, when making games was way less accessible. And yeah, most of them are less than stellar in quality.
I simply am not there.
Games like Super Noah's Ark 3D, a game I've previously made a video about, a Wolfenstein 3D clone where you play as Noah and shoot animals with a slingshot. Or Saints of Virtue, where you explore these mostly empty liminal feeling spaces where these faces are haunting you. It's like Next Bus before Next Bus. And then there's a game called The Two Rays.
The man was stand at the top. He came down from a big hilltop, and what he said was oh so true. He said for you, and he said, love the Lord your God with all your heart, love the Lord your God with all your soul, love the Lord your God with all your strength.
Sureis asks a question. What happened after the flood from the Noah's Ark story? What if the animals from the Ark had a race to celebrate being the only survivors of a global disaster that killed everyone else? Yippee, all our loved ones are dead, woohoo! And what if all that was actually a dream of some librarian lady all along? This biblical racing game was published in 2007 and it was made by pretty much a one-man team. Randall Alaimo, working under the name Cougar Interactive, that sounds like an AI chatbot app with only MILFs on it. Sureis is definitely Alaimo's game, his vision. He programmed, modeled, designed and produced most of the game, getting some help with additional modeling and music. The game is kinda obscure, or at least it was until big gaming YouTubers started to review it in the 2010s. Two names in particular, Markiplier and Chantran, introduced the Two Rays to wider audiences. It became known as one of the weirdest games ever made, baffling both the YouTubers and their audiences.
What the fuck?
It's also known as being horrendously bad, keeping on the Bible game tradition of sucking.
I'm the Lincoln Memorial.
The YouTube videos came out over a decade ago, and I feel not many talk about this game or even remember it nowadays. It's faded back into obscurity. I'd like to change that because I think this is something special. It's truly unlike anything I've come across before or ever since. It's not your typical run-of-the-mill bad Bible game. It has a unique vibe, charm and humor to it. So let's talk about that. What is the Two Rays? And Two Rays has its own website that's still active to this day. The design is still from 2007 though, and it sure looks like that. Here you'll find some info about the game and a download link. The game is free, but if you want to, you can support Cougar Interactive by getting some Two Rays merch. Big design. Next to the download link, the website proclaims, no adware, spyware, malware or viruses, just good, clean, solid fun. Hell yeah, sounds good. No malware would say that. I'm choosing to trust Randy here and getting myself some Two Rays action. The game has this intro cutscene that's not in the game for some reason, but it is available on YouTube. In the scene we meet a librarian named Hannah and some guy Ruben. And I just want you to witness it with all its glory. Kane looks like a cool dude.
Hi, Ruben. may I ask, what book are you reading?
Oh, hi, Hannah. Yes, it's a book about Noah's Ark.
Reuben, do you actually believe in the Bible story of Noah's Ark?
You believe in the Bible? How cringe.
Well,
Where are you going,
yes,
Hannah?
I do.
Oh,
I
okay.
believe in what it says.
Oh, okay then. Reuben,
Yes, Hannah?
as the head librarian here, I must recommend for you to read perhaps some more informative books. There's always the dictionary, encyclopedias, and also many history books to choose from.
Ew, history books.
No, Hannah.
No,
I like
Hannah.
books about animals. Those other books are boring to me.
Hannah, Ruben only reads kids'
Animals?
books. He might be actually disabled. Don't be mean.
Well, how about these books?
Hey, look here. This one book is called Creature Racing. Ah, creature racing. Do you think
Creature
that Noah had
racing.
any creature races in those days after the world flood? I mean, did Noah
What was
play
that?
and have fun with
Hannah's
the
getting
animals
down.
with racing games? Racing games. Wow. What do you think, Hannah? I wonder.
I think that maybe you read too many books, Reuben. Imagine that. Racing games. You have too much imagination, Reuben.
Oh yeah, by the way, I didn't edit the audio here. The
I
volume is
wonder.
really all over the place.
And who would actually start and announce such a race? Would it be God himself, maybe? Yeah, right. Now I've heard everything. God organizes an animal race and is also a great race announcer. Well, God
Yes,
cannot
atheists
do
talk
that.
exactly like this, by the way.
But you know that God can do it because God can do anything. Are you saying that the great God who made the earth cannot do something?
Well,
Come on, Hannah, let's race. You and me, let's race. Let's have some fun.
I love
Just
that
around the
walk cycle.
library. I'll race you, Hannah.
Hannah just raised the poor guy.
Come on, Hannah. Are you going to race me?
what? Reuben, are you crazy? There's no racetrack around here. And I'm not even dressed for racing. I'm not some dumb animal creature like you read in your books. You need to get a brain, Reuben. And besides that, well, I don't think that I can race even if I wanted to. I'm not very strong or anything.
Oh,
How could
so
I
she has
ever
low
race?
self-esteem. That's why she's so mean.
I mean, I'm very small and so very thin and
Oh, I'm so small and petite. Poor me.
I don't feel like I can race and I don't feel very well. Ugh.
Nice dance moves. Reminds me of Go Animate.
Whoa! What happened? Well, oh great! I'm a horse now! And you, Reuben? You're a rhinoceros! Oh,
I love
this
how
is
the
just
rhino
so
model just
crazy.
slightly moves.
I just want to know something. What else could ever happen to us today?
It's so crazy.
What else can happen?
What else can happen? After that masterpiece, we start the game and choose our character. There's Hannah, who is now a horse, and Reuben the rhino, who is also a Viking. What? There's also Kane the cougar, who is also a pirate, again for some unexplainable reason. Priscilla the pig, with a nice top hat, Seth the sheep, who's the swimming champion, Bethany the bear, with an unsettling face, Cat the goat, who's a warrior, and finally we have Tamar the tiger, who is simply lovely.
Super kawaii.
There's some difference between the characters. Hannah and Kane are slower on water but jump higher. Reuben and Bethany are slowest runners and can jump, but they can blast right through the obstacles without slowing down. Priscilla and Seth are the quickest swimmers but can jump well. You make your choice. I chose Tamar because tigers are cool. You start the race and immediately you're met with chaos.
Priscilla, the pig.
Animal noises, MIDI keyboard smashing, and some deep monotonous voice from an unknown origin assaults your ears. You try to control the animal with both the keys and the mouse that controls the camera. While you're trying to figure this out, other animals run around with awkward animation. The character models have huge asses for some reason. It's really distracting and disturbing. The lab is confusing. There's no minimap and sometimes there's no clear indication to where you're supposed to go. Nothing showing your placement. Only the voice of, I guess God saying the placements out loud like any sports commentator.
At the start, it's Priscilla, the pig. Followed by Kane the cougar. Whoever does not love does not know.
But it's hard to pay attention to him because you try your best to figure out what the hell is going on. And just when you start to get used to the madness, you're getting shot from a cannon, or get blasted through glass windows from a catapult, or get on a rocket and to the moon.
Holy Spirit, away from me.
The website explains that Noah's sons have been doing some trickery. They made obstacles to make the race more interesting. Obstacles meaning stuff like hurdles, mazes, piranhas, exploding barrels, rockets, cannons, bomber planes. Okay, these assholes were trying to kill them. Let's give them a real race, huh? Said Shem. Yes, and let's have some fun. Lol, said Chapet and Ham. Psychos.
In the arms of the angel.
So try to avoid the obstacles and eat some food to gain speed temporarily. But don't eat bird shit, that makes you slower. After the race is over, there's a dance party. All the animals get it down on a dance floor while Noah is just standing there. He reminds me of all the creepy guys at the club who just stare at you.
Rolled into the
Trust in
lake
the Lord
of
with
fire.
all your heart.
If anyone's
and don't
name was
lean
not
on your
found
own
written in the book of
understanding.
Like with many Bible games, the Zoo Race has barely anything to do with the Bible. You kind of forget it's supposed to be a Christian game. It reminds you of this fact occasionally with some background imagery and random Bible verses, and Noah standing menacingly at the party. The Zoo Race website used to have a section for backstories and lore for every animal character in the game. Each animal has their own short story where something related to the race happens and they get a life lesson from God. Help others, find your own strength, don't judge others, trust and obey God, etc. These stories cannot be found on the current state of the website, but can be seen with the Wayback Machine. I wonder why, because they seem pretty important. You learn more about the characters, their personality and quirks. We learned that Bethany the bear felt like an outsider, Tamar the tiger is kind of vain, concerned about her pretty jewelry, Cain talks like a pirate, and Cat the goat likes to eat because food makes him strong. We also learned that winning the race is like the most important thing to these animals. When Priscilla the pig is in a mirror maze, she runs straight through a mirror, hurting herself. But the other animals, they just run past her because they gotta win. Dumbass pig can bleed to death for all they care. Ruben the rhino does the same until having a change of heart, turning back and carrying Priscilla to the finish line. He gets declared as the true winner by God because of this great sportsmanship. Inspiring. Another story is about Tamar the tiger who realizes one of her beloved jewelry is missing. She suspects someone stole it, thinking that the Priscilla chick has always been kinda sketchy with her weird top hat. But then there's Cain the cougar. The eye patch makes him kinda sussy as well. She comes to the conclusion that Cain must have stolen from her, and not because he loves as a pirate or because of his ominous name, but because he has bad music taste. Yeah. She wonders why everyone has to be so weird. Why can't they be normal and like the same things she does? Then Tamar finds the lost jewelry. It wasn't even stolen. Dumbass. God scolds her for being a judgmental bitch, and she learns her lesson. So yeah, a good lesson for everyone. Definitely changed my point of view. I now know that just because someone listens to Tally Hall doesn't mean they're straight up evil, I guess. Okay, one more, and this one I'd like to read you as it is because it's truly something. One day Hannah the horse was racing on lots of green grass. Suddenly she noticed that lots of crows had come out. "Look, Cain," she declared, "the crows have come out to greet us." But just then she noticed that the crows were indeed flying overhead, but they also were pooping lots of poop from above. As the noise and the stench came from above, she shouted aloud, "Quick everyone, let's run into this cave over here!" Then Hannah noticed that the cave ending was a cliff that dropped down to a deep river far below. She screamed as she fell down. "Oh, those nasty crows," she said aloud. "If I could just be on the moon, then there would be no more crows, because crows don't live on the moon." On another day, however, Hannah found herself on a rocket, and then afterwards on the moon itself. While on the moon, she heard the faint sound of a bird. It was crows! The crows were on the moon. Yes, and the crow poop were there also again, but she tried hard to avoid it. After the race, Hannah asked the Lord about the crows. "Lord," she asked, "why were the crows on the moon? Crows don't normally live on the moon, right?" Then the Lord God spoke to Hannah the horse. "Hannah," said the Lord, "I put the crows on the moon. Do not be mad at the crows, for they are only a symbol of the trials and testings that occur in your real life. You must overcome all the obstacles that life may bring your way, and also trust in me, the Lord God Almighty, and you will be a blessed creature." Yeah, great story. Life struggles are like birth. Makes you think, huh? The best part about the two race is the soundtrack, or the worst, depending on who you ask.
Praise the Father, send the Son, praise Jesus, the Holy One.
Alaimo wanted to create unique music for the game, something unlike any other game soundtrack. Yeah, he composed almost every song himself. The website explains, "It is believed that all God's created beings are spiritual in nature, so then music does become a spiritual event for all of us to experience and enjoy. We realized this, so when the Two Race soundtrack was developed, we decided not to make ordinary background music that most games have, but rather to create some odd and trustingly awesome music and lyrics, which are hopefully inspired ones as well."
Nine or a quarter to 10. They said something, then it started again. The road began.
Thanks, Randy. I love it. Truly awesome music. Yeah, the music is certainly unique and different in your local church band way, something I haven't seen in any other video game. Most of the songs are performed by session singer Tiffany Casto, with Mike Dryden being the lead guitarist. These are legit musicians, but the soundtrack still manages to have this amateurish vibe because of the composing, mixing, and especially the keyboards. Still, I love the combination of shitty keyboards with legit guitar shredding. Reminds me of the hardest black metal artist I know. This is just a Christian version of it.
Everything will burn.
They could have mixed the vocals better though. In some of the songs I can barely hear the singer and they honestly sound like ass. It's kind of like and look, I'm not dissing the singer here. I do believe it's the mixing that's the problem. Every song is dedicated to one of the playable animals, like Hannah the Horse song or Let's Praise His Name, Priscilla the Pig song or Thank You Lord, and Tamar the Tiger's song Come and Praise the Lord, just to name a few. Yeah, you can see a certain theme in all of these. Every song is highly spiritual. Use me, feel me, bless me and love me. Oh, is this Faith Plus One? The soundtrack is available online and they used to sell it on CDs as well. Damn, I would love to have it and blast it on every car trip. Alaimo's mind has created this bizarre, surreal world. Two Race has this dreamlike vibe, especially in the cutscenes, like the one that explains the story. These characters talk in a weird way, long pauses, unusual word choices, moving in complete silence as if they're speaking. They talk real slow and matter-of-factly.
But...
When something weird happens, say the characters turn into animals, the reaction is pretty mild, as if it's not that unusual.
Oh, great! I'm a horse now!
Oh wow, I'm a horse now. Wow, this is crazy. Kinda reminds me of Silent Hill 2 cutscenes.
Thanks.
But
Yes?
I think you'd better stay away.
But unlike Silent Hill, I'm guessing this writing style is not intentional. I'm pretty sure they are not supposed to sound like David Lynch characters. The world of Zoo Race is a constant cycle of races, running and running time and time again, like they're stuck in a limbo. Their lives revolve around racing, winning it being the most important thing in the world, after loving and trusting God, of course. God is a part of everyday life here, a guide and a fatherly figure who's in direct contact with the animals to commend or scold them. Always watching and always ready to give life advice. Remember how this is supposed to be Hannah the librarian horse's dream? I guess God punishes her for not believing in the Noah's Ark story by giving her this purgatory-like nightmare where you do nothing but run and stare at animal asses.
At the start,
It's like if you've ever had recurrent dreams when you're dreaming the same scenario again and again. Like I have dreams where I'm in Japan and late from the airport and the whole dream is just me trying to rush to the plane home. I have that dream like at least once a week and it's kinda annoying, but I guess it's still better than dreaming this. The deep monotone voice of God and the schizophrenic keyboard smashing, epic guitar solos and the vocals praising the Lord only add to the dream-like or perhaps nightmarish atmosphere. The race is like life itself. You're aspiring to win, so to speak, but come across all kinds of obstacles on your way. You use your own individual strength to overcome them. Life throws birds at you, and it's up to you how to respond. Wow, very deep, I know. In the game and the backstories, the races are nothing but boring. Anything can happen. Explosive barrels roll towards you, you get launched to space, elephant stampede, I don't even know what this Pharaoh's curse is. Dinosaurs. These absurdities are accepted as normal. They just happen. You just suddenly go to the moon and there just happens to be crows that seem to suffer from IBS. I'm still not over bird poop being integral part of the game. The same thing is true with the cutscene. Ruben just happens to appear with toilet noises for no reason. They just happen to turn into animals with hats for no reason. Stuff just happens. Don't think about it. Some might call it bad writing. I call it absurdist comedy genius. I think the game is really funny for reasons that were most likely unintentional, and that's why it works so well. It wouldn't be this funny if they consciously tried to make a Bible game with absurdist humor. It's like with bad movies, the ones that are unintentionally bad are often far more enjoyable because they genuinely try to create something decent and more serious. The Zoo Race is definitely trying to be silly and lighthearted, but a big part of the humor is made by accident, I think. I can't help but laugh at several aspects of it. The David Lynch vibe, strange artistic choices, weird things happening suddenly that are out of place in a Bible game, the character models, the whole 90s aesthetic in 2007, the music. Yes, it comes from being incompetent, but it has its own charm because of how hilarious it is. It's a skill on its own to be bad in this specific, enjoyable way. Not all creators can achieve this. Guys, this is actually fine art. I adore this game, and I'm really happy it exists. If Alaimo had doubted himself and decided not to make it because he's not quote-unquote good enough, we would have missed this silly little experience, and the world would have been a bit less fun. Like many Christian developers before and after him, his goal was to make something simple but fun with a wholesome message, not a cultural behemoth that changes the whole game industry. The Zoo Race didn't seem to have much marketing, which is not surprising for a game by a tiny indie creator. Looks like the YouTube reviews were the best advertising it ever got. And there's also this website named GamesIndustry.biz, and they wrote an article about the game in September of 2007. It constantly highlights how unique and different the game is, also quoting Randall Alaimo himself. The Zoo Race is the most one-of-a-kind racing game developed, says Randall Alaimo, the CEO and founder of Google Interactive. It is surely different. Neither the PC nor the console world has ever seen anything like it. With this new game, we've provided massive fun for a large audience. In addition, the music soundtrack and the God voices provide the core of the important messages in a highly entertaining environment. This article is pretty much the only advertising. Besides that, it was mentioned one time in this random Russian PC gaming magazine on a list of upcoming games. For those who did notice the game, its absurdity was not lost on them. The online reviews of the Zoo Race often focus on how strange and bad it is, along with YouTubers who are just amazed that this exists. Game review websites also paid attention to it, though giving it low scores with a pretty harsh criticism. The only praise Zoo Race gets is from the fact that it's playable. You know, at least it works. A review from Playing Game states that the game is no fun. You'd rather play solitaire instead. Ouch. Poor level design, lack of a minimap or even your placement, and oversensitive controls were just some of the issues the reviewer found. Quote, "If you are a sucker for terrible music, 90s style graphics and graphics lag, the Two Race is the game for you." On the other hand, Christian gaming sites like Two Race a lot better. This is actually pretty common with Christian games. Their target audience is way more tolerant with lesser quality compared to average gamers. Christian parents who are looking for games for their kids are especially easy to please. Their standards are lowest of the low. It's the thought that counts, and if the game has a Christian message, it's automatically good enough. So games that are usually regarded as one of the worst games ever made, like Bible Adventures, are seen as pretty alright. A Christian review site, Family Friendly Gaming, gives Two Race a whopping score of 77 out of 100. The reviewer notes several issues and overall lack of quality in the game, but to him, the biblical message overrides all of them. Quote, "Y'all know me, I do not go along with the rest of the lemmings following the logic of the world. Instead, I go to God and listen to what He has to say about video games. Finding games like the Two Race on a personal computer is something I love to do. God gets the glory, because finding out about this game was His handiwork, not mine." Okay, so apparently God thinks this game is really epic, so he recommended it to this guy. Amazing pull, I have to say. The reviewer makes it a point to note that there's no offensive language in Two Race. He even praises the animal models that usually get bashed by reviewers. He thinks they're pretty cool, much better than he was expecting. The music is the best part to him, hitting the home run, as he says, and I can only agree with him. Looks like the review guy is used to Christian games being nothing mind-blowingly amazing, so anything even remotely passable gets praised as really cool and epic.
Yippee! Yippee! Whoops! Yippee!
Another review by Christ-Centered Gamer gives Two Race an even better score of 83 points out of 100. This review is not archived, but according to this small part of it, the game is fun. They just wish there was a multiplayer option. Yes, I'm also saddened by the fact that I can't force everyone I know to play this with me. There's not much information about Two Race's development or Mr. Randall Alaimo himself. What we can learn is that Two Race wasn't his first rodeo. He made Christian computer games already in the 90s, like King James Quest from 1992, where you explore in biblical places and look for Bible verses, playing as a character that looks like Elvis.
It's Rick and Morty time.
And then there's this coloring game called Sunday School Colors from 1993. Just choose a Bible-themed picture and click to fill in the colors. I call this piece Moldy Jesus. So family-friendly games with a Christian message has always been something he wanted to create. On the Two Race website, there's a couple more games available that were made under the Cougar Interactive name. I still can't get over that name. Noah's Adventure is from 2004, where you play as Noah in a couple of minigames. The same Noah model was used later in Two Race. A much more recent game is Battle of Angels from 2020, meaning Alaimo has still been interested in game developing as of late. Those who helped him with Two Race haven't worked on that many other games, it seems. By the way, some guy named Dan Olds is credited as inspiration for the game. He has some Christian website and he also made this romantic comedy movie. Cool. Alaimo has a personal YouTube channel that has these fever dream-like 3D animations. They're very similar to the cutscene from Two Race, with a familiar tone, style, awkward animation and surreal vibe. They are clearly his, perfectly on brand Alaimo style. The narrator voice is also familiar, meaning it's most likely Randall himself who voiced the card announcer.
When quickly a tiger decides to say hello.
These animations were supposedly meant to be shown in church during sermons. And yes, they have Christian messages, but half the time I have no idea what is even going on. There's random explosions, funny walk cycles, and strange unexplainable happenings.
Another driver hits it though, leaves a heavy scar.
They're simply amazing, as insane and confusing as they are. Highly recommend them. This guy is truly a comedy genius. I hope at least one church has used these. Around the time Chontron made his video, a fan of his decided to email Alaimo. He responds and the convo gets posted on Reddit. According to this exchange, Alaimo seems like a chill guy. He actually liked the Chontron video, although he cusses too much for his taste. But the most important thing was that he enjoyed his game. He had fun with it. He also answers to the fans' question, why in the world would he make this game? He explains that he was simply tired of violent games with cheap music, wanting to make something different that's hopefully fun. Again, that is a common motivation for Christian game developers. They want to provide something else than your average video game full of shooting, death and gore. But do these developers achieve to make something fun? It varies a lot, and it's highly subjective, of course. Not everyone appreciates this. But at least me, Two Race has definitely achieved that goal. I genuinely had a good time. It was fun. Limited, sure, but I enjoyed it a lot. Dance party ending.